this is a first for me. I'm in Sligo in the west of Ireland, trying my hand at fly fishing, and I've never been much of a fly fisherman, so it could be fun, could be interesting, but hopefully with the guidance from Brendan Sharkey from Predator Fishing Ireland, might get a couple of fish in the boat. And I'm here to fish the Mayfly hatch, which is world famous in Ireland, and I've always heard about it but never got the opportunity to come and do it. And we're going to be dry fly fishing, and it's beautiful conditions, so if nothing else we'll have a really nice day on the lake. And as I say, if I can get a fish in the boat, it'll be a dream come true for me.
The fly is up, a phrase that creates panic among Irish anglers. Fishermen from all over the country are leaving their jobs and responsibilities behind, heading to the west to go dapping. But when the weather's like today, it's mostly a dry fly game. The Mayfly is a large winged fly that provides entertainment and joy to both man and fish alike. Big brownies often rise up from the depths to gorge on these graceful dancing insects. But where do they come from?
We've just dropped onto one of the islands here to see the mayflies doing their sort of mating dance. And when they're dancing around on the top of the trees, they mate. And then they rest on these leaves and the sun dries them out. They become sort of darken in colour. Then they go out onto the lake to lay their eggs and die. And that's when the trout apparently really go for them, when they're spent.
That's when you see them mopping and feeding around in circles and things. Good action, it's good to watch. Best part of mayfly fishing.
So you come here and you catch the spent ones and then use them as bait?
No, you use artificial as spent. The only one you use the green fly for dapping.
Right, okay.
Because they sit up like that on the water and you put the hook through the brown part.
Yeah.
2 of them. And then when they're going out and they die, they lie flat, their wings flat on the water.
Okay.
You use artificial flies to mimic them. That's when you get the nice trout.
Fish will be at one or the other, like you can't go out now and fish spent because there's no spent flies on the lake.
You could, like, but you might be lucky to get a fish.
Okay.
But when the spent goes out and lands on the water, later on in the evening it goes calm, then you'll see them all feed like crazy.
Okay.
And then you'll be wasting your time with a green fly. They'll
So
only take the spent fly.
It's quite difficult just to hit it right, like you could be wasting your time if the weather and the conditions and everything aren't just spot on.
Just conditions, you'll know it. When they start to emerge like today, we've seen them today.
Yeah.
On the green fly then, because they're only coming up and the trout will be feeding on them. And it normally takes a spent a day or two before the trout goes on them properly.
Okay.
And then you get good calm weather like this evening, they go out, die, you'll see the trout mopping them up then. Because it's easy prey for them, they don't move.
So a nice warm still evening like this, in the next couple of hours we should get good results on the spent.
Definitely.
It's exciting to see the life cycle of them and learn a bit more about when the trout go for them and at what stages they feed on different types of flies. But yeah, it's really interesting insect and great to see them doing their dance in the trees here. Pretty sweet little insect. Underwater butterfly.
Now it's a waiting game. But while the Mayfly are doing their courtship, I think it's only right that at least one of us should be taken for a romantic dinner. So Brendan and I picked a restaurant with the best view in town to enjoy a bankside venison lunch. Hard work this fishing lark. By the time we finished lunch, thousands of mayfly have laid their eggs and are heading back to the water to settle, soon to become a tasty meal themselves. So off we go in the boat to follow them. With this many tasty treats on the surface, it's really hard to find a space to put your offering that it's going to be noticed. We're drifting, following a feeding fish, trying to cast just in front of it so it looks like a fresh mouthful has just landed. This is where the hunting brain takes over. Perseverance, precision and patience are needed, none of which I have, and my casting is abysmal. And it pays off. Not on my line unfortunately, but at least Brendan has got a wild brownie in the boat.
Long day and a lot of hard work.
Fun is only getting started though.
Beautiful fish. That was incredible. We saw this fish for the last probably 20 minutes and we've driven up and sort of drifted down over him 3 or 4 times just casting to him, and
he just came in lovely on yours, and he took sort of 4 or 5 flies in a row, and then
Forehand.
bang, oh jeez, my heart was going anyway just watching it. But it's more like, definitely more like hunting than fishing.
But it's good sport.
What is he, about pound and a half?
Yeah.
Beautiful fish.
Let him go.
Yeah.
If you would like to experience a great day fishing in the west of Ireland for all sorts of predators, then give Brendan a shout. Brendan specialises in fly fishing for pike, and this is something I really want to try soon.